Hello, I am Bentham and welcome back to Kingdoms and Castles in the humble kingdom of Winterfell, where we've got one of the nice views down one of the new roads that we built last episode, where we can see like lovely gardens and all these nice arches, and then we have the water wheel and then the cathedral beyond that, and you can just see the statues poking out over the cityscape. One of the cool things about this game is that you can get down into the cities and see what it looks like from ground level, as long as you don't end up glitching through too many things. Oh, there's underneath the world and stuff. There we go. One notch zoomed out gives you proper views of how things look for the people without also seeing forever. And yeah, it's pretty cool. Got our graveyard over here, which is slightly underneath some aqueducts, but you know, that's just modern life. You got to think three-dimensionally and bury your dead underneath your water supplies. It's good use of the space. It's efficient. I'm sure people will be fine with it. But here is our kingdom, and it's doing pretty well. We have nearly completely filled in this island here, and at the moment we're 4 years away from the next dragon attack and negative 63 years from the next Viking attack. They've given up, they've gone home, there's nowhere for them to land, so they're not even bothering to try. We'll see if we can do something about that in the near future, but for now, let's see what work we can do in this kingdom. There's not that much left on this island to do. There's a couple of bits of open space we haven't filled around the edges, and once that's all done, and there's this larger bit over here, once all that's done, we'll be moving on to the next island, but I want to make sure we're making full use of this island before we leave. Let's set our colonists up for success by having a home island that keeps them well supplied with whatever they might need, because it's dangerous out there. I think the moment they land on that new island, Vikings are going to come and destroy everything. So we got to be ready for that. I feel like the first time we build something, it's going to get murdered by Vikings, and then we'll have like 15 years or however long it is to actually build something that can defend against the Vikings for the second time round. It'll be an interesting experience, but yes, let's get up to a bit of speed. Let's have some time pass. How many years in are we now? I think it's like 300 and something years at this stage it's been going. I'm not in a rush to get anything done year by year, so I just let the clock run and we end up having a lot of time pass. As the food, it says it's going up, so that's probably good. Charcoal is a little bit on the edge. Stone and wood are fine, of course, we're not using much from right now. Iron's going down. Actually by quite a lot, which is interesting. What iron do we have? I can't actually see it. Oh, there's some. There's one bit of iron there. Is there only one iron on this entire island? That might be the case. Thinking about it, I think that was something we observed when we first began, that there was only one bit of iron. Oh, something burned down over there a long time ago and we just didn't notice. A farm. Oops. Yeah, I think maybe at the beginning of the series I noticed that there was only one iron stone and that we would probably have to get more from off-island. So there we go. That is something we need to import. When we actually expand out to the main island here, we'll have to get some iron imported. We've got one of them there. And then, do we have more? I hope we have more. Oh, can't see. Clouds. Uh-oh. Is there no more iron? I think that might be the only iron. Just one deposit on this island. Probably should just wait till it wasn't snowing. But yeah, it seems that there's just the one. And then there is one on that island. So overall... Oh, there's the whale. Do you see that? So overall, our iron supply is not great. We might need to just mine as much as we can of the ones we have, and we might be able to run off of that and keep all our workers happy. But it may well be the case that we have to survive off of iron delivered by merchants. Interesting. Well, we've got plenty stockpiled for now, because we spent many hundreds of years mining this stuff before we started using it in large amounts. Oh, now it's saying we're gaining, because the blacksmiths aren't operating, apparently? Weird. Yeah, the blacksmiths aren't running. Why is that? Where are they? There they are. Right now it seems to be operating. But do we only have the two of these? That would explain why our supply of tools is, I think, mostly on the edge right now. Well, at the moment it's saying it's not making any. I guess we've filled up our supply. I guess 500 is the limit and it can't go beyond that, so it's just staying there. Yeah, we definitely need more iron because we've got to do armaments and stuff like that as well. Not that the army here has anything to do right now. Maybe we'll send them over to the new island if such a thing is possible. Checking on the farms. I'm just doing that periodically because I'm worried about them ever since the change to the windmills. I think what we'll do is basically we'll find all the little gaps, we'll put houses in them, and then we'll build one less group of farms down on here. There's not much room here, unfortunately, for that, but we can work with it. Also, I'm going to get rid... Oh, I'm just going to press delete, it's quicker. There we go. I'm going to get rid of that so we can run a road down here and get a bit more space out of there, but it's not going to be ideal because it's going to be 4 wide. And we want 6 or 3 based on the new system for the windmills. It might make sense to actually expand this here that we have. Move the positioning of this road to make more use of the space here, if it matters. Actually, it will be a huge help. If we move this road along by 1, then we'll have 3 here, which is perfect, and 6 here, which is perfect. So, I think that's what I'll do. The only issue then is that this reservoir is in the wrong place for that. The roads are going to meet and then not do anything. Though, that's probably okay. We can probably just have a random reservoir in the middle of the road, right? That'll be fine. It's probably fine. See, I think that's what we'll do. We'll leave that for the moment, though. We'll build the new houses, though we only have the food for 2 houses, it would seem. Oh, we have the dragons, though. Let's see how they're doing. Oh, already it's spawned straight in right here. Still, though, not going to get very far. Oh, I was worried it might escape for a second, but it did not. And then there's a little one on its way in that's taking its sweet time. Oh, it's getting pot shots at it from over there. It's actually going to crash and land on this island. And so presumably turn into some food on there eventually. We'll get to see what a small dragon looks like when it gets turned into grain. Because weirdness. There we go, they're all taking the bits away. Right, yes, where were we? Okay, making more houses. We probably can only make a couple more before we start to have food issues. That said... Oh no, we're not losing any to exposure. Oh. Okay, so we've used up the stockpile. Also, that went really low for a second. That's a bit worrying. I wonder if maybe we are actually running down on food after all. Because we didn't lose any to exposure this year, apart from 3. Maybe we'll build this farm a little bit sooner, just so we can be sure we have it. Oh. I'm going to order all of this destroyed. No more trees here. All the trees on this side of the map now gone. Literally. There's nothing until we get to over here. There's just this region of trees. Everything else has been destroyed. We have our woodcutting quarter. Okay, let's get some roads right up against the wall. As for how far we go, we can push this a little bit further. Then we have other places. We can go right down to here if we want. Yeah, let's do that. Then we want the road to run up here, and then we'll just do this. And then delete the roads we have here. And it's probably still the case that there's that little glitch where once you order a road built, it already gives a speed bonus even though it hasn't been made. And there we go, that's all made. And then windmills. They're in the food section, funnily enough. Took me a minute to work that out. Yeah, spacing's super easy now. You just do this. And then at the end it gets messed up. I'll put it on that one because that's a less fertile tile. A less fertile. And then we'll cover this all in standard farms. And it's going to be a nightmare for them to store this stuff, because they were already having quite a problem with that as it stands, but I'm sure they'll work it out. And then we want to run farms all down here. And then we want to delete these ones. And then also the windmills. Basically just swap the positions, put the windmills here, and put the farms here, and that all works. And that's a ton more food production. Oh, we're having some plague issues and cemetery space issues. Except only in some of them, not in all of them. So that's a little bit weird, I guess. There's a lot of housing over here that's filling up that one quickly, except it's not that one, it's this one. Oh, because there's a lot of housing right here. That makes sense. That one's getting filled, and really they should just go over there, and I guess they are, but they're complaining anyway. And yeah, it's probably because people die in batches of 18 now. That's probably something to do with it. Jeez. It's like they all schedule it. It's like, alright, next Monday, shall we? About time. And let me think. There's now potentially reason to have extra windmills, but actually not really. Yeah, they're all making 10. If we were making 9, then it wouldn't make a difference whether there was a windmill there or not. If they're making 8, then swap it out for a windmill, but I don't think that'll ever be the case when there's already a windmill next to them. So I don't think there's ever a reason to have adjacent windmills, like directly, diagonally maybe, but otherwise, no. So yeah, there's no way to improve that particular situation. Okay, what I'm thinking now is that we get all the available space here to be granaries, because it probably needs it. So, one there, and then like one here and one here. And then here we'll have maybe like a firehouse. Also, there's a merchant. Oh, I'm going to buy all your iron and tools, because I've learned... Well, I'll buy all your iron. That's important. Tools and... yeah, we'll get them, actually. Oh, wow, they have a lot in stock. You know what? It's fine. We've got tons of money. Buying it all. Basically stocking up on it, because in the long run, we might have a bit of a struggle keeping the supply up. So iron and all iron-derived products are worth getting, maybe. Yeah, we can't actually put a well, but we can put a fountain. I believe. Is it actually in range? Oh, I don't know if it is. You can't actually tell because it doesn't show the range. Over piers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah, it doesn't make it. So the thing's not going to work. Damn it. Also, I think that means it doesn't cover these here. Oh no, this is irrigated. Never mind. I'll check to see if when this is built it is actually working, but I think it's out of range. They're taking their sweet time over it. They're waiting for 4 stone. Oh yeah, all the stone is like over here. Oh dear. Are we done? No, we're still waiting for the stone. There's the guy. He's bringing the stone. And it's done, and yeah, it's not working. Okay, demolish. If we build it there, is it close enough? That's a question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then does it go across? Yeah, it does. Okay, we can move things around. If we demolish this, so now there's a bunch of food on the floor. Well, that's gonna die. And we instead put the granary like that. Then we can put the fountain nestled in here, and somehow they'll be able to get there anyway. It makes sense, probably. And then a firehouse right here to make good use of the fountain water. Then it's the case of how do we try and get food over this way, going over here, because right now all the storage is on this end, which is dumb. I really shouldn't have done it like this. It's just ended up like that. What I might do is just like swap out some houses for granaries and swap out some granaries for houses down here. That might be good. Like just turn those 2 into houses, have houses up here, well probably there, so they've got decent access still. But we could swap out these farms for granaries. That's probably a better use of the space at this stage. Like, do we have any granaries up here? We got 1 there, and that's like it. I haven't designed this well at all. I've made many mistakes in designing this whole place. That much is certain. I think I'm going to do it right over here, because this is, like, it's still... We'll make it here, because that's, like, in the middle of the farmland. Going to demolish both of these and build 2 granaries here. It's good farmland, but we need the food to actually be stored vaguely close to where it's going. And then we'll demolish these, which is gonna wreak havoc. Oh, and I did it exactly at the moment the harvest happened. Oh, that's bad. That's probably gonna cause all sorts of issues. Just gonna Gotta watch how this goes. Yeah, they're ignoring this food. They're just getting the food from the farms. And they'll probably get this discarded food once that's done, except it's probably all gonna die first. It hasn't died yet. Maybe it doesn't die when it's stored like that. Well, now they're grabbing it anyway. Yeah, I'm thinking we just put some manners down here, because why not? Don't think there's much else to put down here. And yeah, this sort of begins the strategy of putting manners everywhere where there's room for them. There should be enough of a happiness bonus from the rest of the kingdom that these people won't mind not really having any actual stuff near their homes. So it'll be fine. All the happiness will balance out, and overall people will be okay with it. Let's build like a road back here and then put something here. I'll probably put like a tavern. We probably need a tavern. They always complain about a lack of taverns. There you go. And then, I don't know, like a well. It didn't need to be a fountain. There's no irrigation near here. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. In fact, there are no tiles here that aren't already busy that I could put a well on. So, oops. I guess I could put a library back here. Is there actually a library nearby? There's one over there. Don't know if these are going to get the full benefit of it. Like, these guys here are getting... oh, there it is. No, that's the town square. Wait, what's the library bonus? Did they not get one because they get a church bonus? Is that a thing, or is this... Oh, that's a clinic. Well, derp. Do I have a library here? I don't think I have a library here. There's one over there. And yeah, there's a library black spot over here. I'm going to fix that with 2 libraries. One of them here. Just nestle it in amongst the walls. And then we'll put one back here behind the clinic. We got a merchant. I'm going to buy their iron. Probably just the iron this time. I think if we buy all the iron-based products from the merchants every time they visit, we'll actually never have enough money. And then, what do we do with this space? Oh, actually, we could put more homes here. Manor. Which way around? That way around, there we go, manor. And then, just for the look of it, I'll put a little road leading up to that. Also, is this the super long road? Oh, it is! Aha! Yes, this is the road that goes from one end of the kingdom to the other. I've made it 1 tile longer. Very important. There's a spot here. Could put a clinic. We've already got one nearby, though. Firehouse, maybe? Oh, we've got one there already. What else do we have that's 1 tile? Not that much, really. I think that's all of it. Can't put a fountain. There's nothing I can put there. It's annoying when that happens, when there's just nothing good to do with the space. I'll put another clinic. There we go. Nestle that in there. And then we've got a strip of land here with nothing much to do on it. A few more options, though, because we can do 1x2 buildings. We could put small houses, but I'm trying to just stick with manors from now on. We could have a cemetery. That could work. We might be allowed a fountain. Oh, we've already got a fountain right there. That's fine then. We could put a bunch of bakers. They've been buffed recently. They've been made to operate quicker, so it might be worth it. And also, we don't have the ridiculously dense food production we had before. So it makes, I think, more sense now to have a baker. Probably worth building one. Actually, do we have one around already that I can just check the stats of? Probably not, because if I did build one, I probably just got rid of it, because why even have them is my usual approach. But it might be worth it now. Yeah, we'll try it. We'll make some bakers. Where have they gone? They're in food. Here we go. And just run these along against the wall here. 4 of them. Buy the food, which is dumb, but shush. That's where the space is. And that is like this entire section of the map filled. Oh, wait, no. There's 1 spot here and 1 spot there. What do we do with it? Probably clinics and libraries. Oh yeah, there's a few houses around here. It makes sense to just have a library here. Yeah, that's the best place. Plonk, and then a clinic right here, I think. Makes decent sense. And then there's one spot over here. Don't know what to do with that. We could turn this actually into a defensive tower. How many of those do we have? We got one over there. One there. So we've got them in, like, the corners. And I feel like one around here will be nice, but not necessary because for people to get here, they've got to sail down the river anyway. Oh, we've got a dragon dead. Didn't even get a chance to slow down time. It's died in a wall, which might mean it can't be eaten. That one can. Let's see. I can see the wing poking out here. Is anyone going in there to grab it? Oh, yeah, they are. There are people going in there to grab the wings. Excellent. More food. Okay, let me check how is the food doing. Gaining food so far and losing some to exposure. Good combination-ish of events. I don't know if the storage is filling. Quite possibly. Definitely seems like it could be. Alright, so yeah, we could turn this into a proper tower, but it's a bit close to that one. I think we're in range of it. Only just, but we don't need them that close. If we want another tower, it would be around here, because then its range will cover the gap between that tower and this. This just needs to cover this area, so around here does make sense. Like, how wide is this gap? It's 5. That's good, actually, because odd numbers are more awkward, so we can just fill that in with a block. And then we have the sort of tower we want. We actually just look at this. Like, what's the midpoint here? There and there. Can't actually see, and I think it is about here. It's kind of between here and here, so I'm going to go for this one, I think. Oh, there's the merchant. Don't know why I was going to click the magnifying glass when I can see the guy. I just can click on him directly. There we go. More iron. Some of our money. That's fine, though. Our taxes are giving us plenty. Here's the look of it as well, actually. That is the middle point. We'll go with that. I was thinking there because it's sort of a bit more of a cornery thing. I don't know. I'm going to go here with the tower. So I've got to remember how tall this needs to be because I have forgotten. So we got 2 there and then we're up to 5. We've got to get rid of the tower that is here. Sorry, highly skilled workers. You're fired now. Is this 4 tall or 5? Yeah, it's 4 tall. There we go. So it's up to 5. I think, is it 12 or something we need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I think then. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's the wrong place. Well, we've done the next bit. Actually, that's too many. Demolish. That's 13. Yeah, something worth mentioning is that apparently castle blocks have been made cheaper. Oh, yes, they have. 2 wood and 11 stone. I think it was like twice that before, if not more. That's excellent. So yeah, now I can easily build walls without really needing to worry about it. There we go. I think that's the correct amount. And then 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and that should be 13. And then immediately we can build the actual defenses on it once I stop clicking randomly. So yep, Archer Tower, there and there, and then Ballista Tower. And something worth checking. They apparently messed with the ranges, but I see no difference. It seems fine. Maybe they messed with the overall ranges, not how they change based on the height of the tower. But yeah, now we'll be able to build walls really, really easily. That's really nice for early game. Kind of gets rid of half the point of wooden walls, though. It's not that much more in terms of effort to get the stone for a castle block than the wood for a wood castle block. Like, it takes less wood to make a castle block than a wood castle block. I mean, that makes sense, but still. I mean, maybe these have been made cheaper too? But still, I already found that it was very easy just to skip past wood walls and go straight to stone early on. And the cheapness of it isn't helping that. Anyway, looks like happiness is still good. I was worried for a second we might have more people complaining about lack of bathhouses, but I think it's going to be a while before we get to that point. Also, Population is a lot lower than the capacity right now. Is it all the people dying? Or is it just that there's... I think it's just that there's so many people dying that it's hard for there to be enough people visiting to fill the homes. Wow. I'm going to reduce the taxes to help with the happiness. I think our money will still be okay. Yeah, it's still fine. So we'll actually get like the 37 people. There might be more people visiting now. I'm not sure how visiting works with like how it scales up. It's clearly got more over time. Yeah, wow. There's the food. Gaining a bunch, losing a ton to exposure. Sounds good to me. Guess we'll build more homes. There's a merchant, but I think we're fine for iron, really. I think we'll live. How are the tools doing? Said we're gaining 11. So I think we're actually okay there now. Oh, how's charcoal? I forgot about that. Oh, it's dropping. It is dropping rapidly. Oh dear. Forgot about that. We built more homes. We were already a little bit short on charcoal as it was. So I'm just gonna sneak in charcoal makers whenever people chop down the trees. How much does one make per year? 15 per year, so 2 of these will actually be enough. For now. We'll then build more homes again and it'll stop being enough. But let's build the homes and then we can actually look at the specific numbers. So yep, gonna fill in all this here with homes. I think I'm gonna bring it right up to here. Yeah, we'll chop down all these. Now we're gonna struggle. They're gonna plant more before I get a chance to build the house. It's a race. Can we manage it in time? Oh. Oh, one more tree. There we go, got it. Before we were able to grow anything else. Then, gotta work out what to put behind these. Also gotta make sure they're happy. They do have a giant library and a statue and gardens kind of near them. Some of the gardens aren't so near. Oh, we do need to work actually, now think about it, on the bonuses these gardens are giving, because it's probably not great. 5 in radius around here. We can do better. Over here, oh, it's still 5. Huh? Oh, but this one here is 6, but we can do more if we have the gardens encroach into these end rows, which means people will be slower again, but I think it might be worth it. It'll give us that little bit of extra bonus, and now that we're building homes in places that aren't so great, we want to make sure that the good places are definitely good. Oh dear. So the trick is to build it like this, and then we've got 3 gardens all bordering this one here, which will mean this one in particular will give an extra bonus, making the houses over here a little bit happier. I don't know if it'll make a huge difference. This is gaining 6 right now, this is gaining 6 right now. It's gaining 6. Actually, what are they like? Okay, over here they get to 5. Over here there's 6 though, maybe this will actually go quite far. So this is giving 7 now, so now we have 7 here, 7 here, 7 here, and 6 here. So it extends quite far. That's nice. That one's at 6 because it's a little bit further away, but we can improve that if we add just a couple more gardens. Oh, but we did actually... What? Wait, we only just passed that amount? The houses necessary for that have been built a while, but we've been struggling so much to fill them. It actually took a moment to get up to that number that is 100 less than what our capacity was. Wow. Well, anyway... Winterfell is now a thriving kingdom. Your kingdom is strong and has many times overcome hardships that would have crushed a lesser ruler. Your people respect you greatly. Excellent. We are now a thriving kingdom with 1,500 peasants in it. And we're going to build a couple more gardens just to make them even happier with me. There we go. This one here is going to be good. That's going to give a bonus of 8 because it's completely surrounded. And over here, I'm just going to turn this whole thing into garden. I'm probably going a bit overkill. It's going to cause issues, potentially, for people getting around, but also it looks nice, so shush. It's fine. And these ones, I decided to put them in there because I realized that I'm now affecting the block that the library is built on, and it's got to be symmetrical or consistent or whatever. So we're building it all the way around now, which kind of messes with these now. Maybe I should change them, if we're having the roads like this anyway. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. It's kind of a bit weird around here, but if I mess with that more, I'm going to make people move even slower, and I've already pushed that quite a way. Well, the prices for everything we sell are now 1. Huh. I guess it's based on, like, how much of it we've sold before, how much we have, so it's like, we've got so much of it that it's like, we're not paying you a bunch for this. You got wood coming out your ears, we're giving you 1 per. And you'll sell it to us anyway if you need money. Okay, so we've got a couple of spots around here. We probably need more. Yep, taverns. I thought that might happen. So, let's sneak a tavern in. That's a baker. Where are the taverns? There they are. Sneak a tavern in over here. That way around. We'll see if that fixes it. It might not. Oh, it says it's fixed it, even though it's not built yet. Fair enough. Oh, we've got space for houses over here. Actually, there's quite a bit of room here that I guess I just forgot about before. Yeah, I was going to do this, this, and this. And then sneak one in, like, over here. It's a bit awkward. That gets us another, like, 100 people. How's the food? Holding up so far. Okay. Got some spots here we could fill. Probably turn this into more graveyard. I feel like we might need them soon. Actually, it seems like this is handling it fine. It seems like that is more than enough graveyard to keep everyone happy. And in graves. But I feel like, just because there's nothing much else to do with the space, we'll fill in this bit here too. And then this can be other stuff, don't know what. I'm thinking we have more bakers around here. Oh, let's check how the bakers are getting on. How are they doing? No charcoal. Ah. We don't have a market nearby because they're right next to the farms. So I was like, why would you need a market here? That would be dumb. But they're having to go really far for charcoal as a result. Okay, we're not filling capacity, so I can demolish this house without anyone complaining. And we can put a market there. So we can have some people helping deliver the charcoal, because it's all over here. I realize that centralizing production is not going well. Also, I realize that the actual issue we're having might be that there's not enough charcoal production, and so there's just not enough to go around, because I just noticed there's kind of no charcoal. That probably just, like, refers to the little amount that's in flux. Like, there's just, like, in transit and like... Okay, maybe not. Now the number's actually going to 0. We're watching it die in real time. Oops. Finish cutting down these trees, please. We need a few more of these made. There we go. I'm just gonna overfill this, because, yeah, we need a lot of these. We need the 2 more we're making, and more on top of that still. Another one here. Chop down these trees. We're making quite a ridiculous block of charcoal makers. Really, I should have them in different places, but I've made this bed now, and I'm lying in it. Come on, let me build at least this last one, and I think that gets us above water again. Okay, so it's going to take a little bit for it actually to update. I think we're good now, because each one of these is making 15, and so these are 30, that's, it combined makes it 45. Oh, it's saying it's worse. Okay, fine. Oh, we've got a dragon. They'll help us make charcoal. Actually, they won't. We'll probably kill them before they have the chance. Where's the little dragon? I don't see any other dragons. I'm going to go down to normal speed for this. Let's see. Yep, landing in the island. There's a little one. They're just coming from completely different directions now, which seems not good for the attack being impactful. Because we can actually deal with them one at a time. Oh, good. This guy got just inside our wall, so we can eat him. There's a merchant here, but I think we'll leave that because we're probably fine. Maybe we'll buy charcoal. Actually, yeah, sell me charcoal, please. We need it. There we go. Charcoal crisis fixed. Still says we're losing a bunch. Is the year not passed yet? Are these all getting enough wood? They should be. As our wood supply, actually, it says it's fine. Yeah, the charcoal makers are still using a fraction of what our foresters are producing. I'm going to make more of these, because we need them. I was going to finish the episode, but we're still having charcoal issues. I think we're about to have the year tick over, though, so we'll see if the number changes. Okay, plus 32. We're alright, and this is going to bring it to plus 60. That's more than enough. We've fixed it. We've overfixed it, probably. We are once again okay for charcoal. There we go. So yeah, we might actually see how these do. Like, how much is it making per year? It doesn't say. Oh, it now makes 4 per 1 food? Was it? I feel like it wasn't that good before. This actually seems like it's good now. These seem like good numbers. Maybe this is worth it now. I don't know, because the thing is, though, that it's still the case that you need a woodcutter making use of space to get the wood, and then you need charcoal makers making use of space to make the charcoal, and then you have these making the food. Is it better than farms? This is, like, going down the chain, there's still a lot of spots being used. Is it actually going to be better than farms? What is the rate per year? Does this say? 61 from bakeries. If that's 15 per bakery, then that's not good enough. Because one farm slot can make like 10 per year. I mean, if you account for the windmills, it's not quite so good. I suppose it's more like 8 or 9 per year. That's still 16 to 18 per 2 tiles. If this is making 15, that's still not enough. The bakeries don't make sense. Why do they exist? Unless I'm getting the numbers wrong here. Maybe it wasn't... oh, it's now up to 72. That's better then. That's 18 per. That's 9 per tile. Okay, so now it's doing as good as if there was a farm there. Admittedly, that's a tile we can't put farms on. So it's now doing as good as a farm tile, but still it's using the time of charcoal makers and woodcutters, which also take up space and also use people. So I'm still not sure if it's actually good. I don't know if it's actually worth it still. Maybe? Possibly? Maybe the number will keep getting better. Maybe they're not operating all the time because they're full, and so they're not actually going at their full capacity, but it still doesn't actually seem like it is worth it. They keep buffing it, but you gotta look at the stats. How the numbers actually add up. And I don't think bakers are good. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about this now and finish the episode. We are nearly completely filling this island now. There's just a little bit over here, some fiddly stuff, and then the island's done. There's nothing else to build on the island when we're done with like these bits down here, this little bit around here, and this bit over here. And then we're using this island to its fullest. It's really quite cool to watch. It really is nice. And I like how we've got the distinct like quarters to it. We've got like the industrial area here, and we've got the high class area with all the gardens and the fancy statues and stuff. And then we've probably got, I guess, a bit more slummy areas around here where it's just houses crammed in around the farms, where all the farmers live, of course. And then we've got the farming area. It's all kind of works. And we've got our citadel in the middle, our seat of power, where we keep everything operating nice and smoothly. And yeah, soon enough, this island will be done, essentially, and we'll be ready to move on to the next. But we'll leave it for now. And I shall say goodbye, thank you for watching, and I shall see you next time.